What is going on, Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, and in this video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you our Week 6 Team Builder. Week 6? Week 6. I believe it is Week 6. Week 6 Team Builder going up against Coach Psychomore and the Paris Politoeds. If you guys didn't check out last week's match up against Leo and the Durham Jardigans, fantastic match. Leo is a fantastic battler, so make sure you guys go check that out before watching this Team Builder. Like I said, this is the Team Builder going up against Psychomore. The battle will be up tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at his team really quickly here. Infernape, Landorus, Therian, Mega Venusaur, Tentacruel, Cresselia, Druddigon, Ditto, Miltank, Mismagius, Zebstrika, and Bisharp. On paper, his team is just, like, prepping for this is going to be a nightmare. Infernape, base 108 speed. Absolutely wild. He can Scarf it to outspeed Alakazam. He can Scarf it to outspeed Mence. Ton of coverage moves. It can be Rock Setter. It can be physical. It can be Scarf. It can be special. It's absolutely a nightmare. Landorus, Therian, pretty straightforward. Either super offensive, super defensive, one of the two. Mega Venusaur is a nightmare. Oh my god, if he brings an offensive Mega Venusaur, I feel like I'm just done. Mega Venusaur is absolutely crazy, with the thick fat really only giving it the flying and the psychic weaknesses, which we do have spammable options for those, so I'm going to utilize both those. Tentacruel is bad because I have Rain and it has Rain Dish, so if he does bring Tentacruel, that's going to be an issue. Cresselia, we don't have a Kyurem this time around to out Cresselia, so we're going to have to find a way to shut it down and shut it down quick. Druddigon, really nice, can be super offensive, can just be like a hazard support setter, glare, toxic rocks, sheer force user. Ditto, of course, is a nightmare, copies stats. He can run a Scarf user, so all of a sudden he copies a boost from something like Salamence, or a boost from Mega Swampert in the rain, and then all of a sudden he's just destroys me. Miltank, very fast, very bulky, Rock Setter, Cleric, things like that. Mismagius, he has proven to be very good with Mismagius, base 105 speed. With the nasty plot up, it does kind of run through most teams with the proper coverage. Zebstrika, very fast mon, base 116, tops out at 184. Does outspeed my Sneasel, does not outspeed my Alakazam, so he will need to bring Scarf Zebstrika. I believe Scarf Zebstrika also outspeeds Mega Swampert in the rain too. And then Bisharp's an absolute monster as well. I mean, it only hits 70 base speed, but Defiant ability is really nice. Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Knockoff, Pursuit, things like that. So we're going to run down the team really quickly here, as you guys can see it. First up here, Ray Romano, the Mamoswine. Sash Mamoswine this week. Thick Fat ability, Icicle, Crash, Stealth Rock, Earthquake, and Toxic. 16 HP, 252 max attack. 4 in defense, 12 in special defense, just to kind of balance out. Don't want to waste the EVs. Then 180 in speed with a Jolly Nature. We are outspeeding Jolly Bisharp by 1 point, so he will need to run Scarf Bisharp to outspeed us. We can bring this thing in. I do like this thing as a way to revenge kill Bisharp. I do like this thing as a way to kind of scare out some of his mons if I can bring it in. It's also a really good revenge killer if need be. Gives me turn 1 rocks as well, which is really nice. Toxic is also there in case he thinks I'm going for an Earthquake. Switches in something like Celesteela, switches in something like Landorus Therian, switches in something like Mismagius. Boom, we get a Toxic off, and all of a sudden they are not the world's biggest problem anymore. Icicle Crash, super effective on Lando, neutral damage on the Mega Venusaur, super effective damage on Druddigon. Miltank can eat hits. And Earthquake pretty much hits everything else that's not immune to. Super effective on Infernape, super effective on Cress. Does huge damage to Druddigon, does good damage to Miltank, super effective on Zebstrika, super effective on Bisharp. I think Mamoswine's going to be really crucial this week. Keeping that Sash intact is going to be really, really beneficial. His Rock Setters are Infernape, Landorus Therian, Druddigon, and Miltank. He's got 4 Rock Setters, 4 potential Rock Setters. Hazard removal is only Tentacruel, if I'm not mistaken. His only form of hazard removal is Tentacruel, so if we don't see Tentacruel, I'm leading Mamo to get rocks up because I want to keep the offense on. I want to keep him switching in and out, taking that rocks damage to help me inevitably win. Next up here, we have Khaleesi rocking the Yachi Berry, Moxie ability, Dragon Dance, Fly, Earthquake, and Roost. 4 in HP for that odd number. Max attack, 60 in defense, 4 in special defense, and 188 in speed. We can take an HP Ice from a special Infernape with this spread. We can also take, I believe, 1 Stone Edge. 1 Stone Edge, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty much this is like a Ditto counter, is all this is. We can set up on anything but Continental Crush Infernape. Venusaur, unless it's rocking coverage, we can set up on. Zebstrika, we can set up on. He's not going to bring HP Ice, he needs to bring HP Grass, so Swampert doesn't wall it. So we can set up on Zebstrika as well. Dragon Dance, Fly, Earthquake, and Roost. I can set up a Dragon Dance, go for a Flyer and Earthquake. I do like this because if he brings the Ditto in, his Ditto is more than likely going to be Scarfed. And then Ditto's going to fly first. I'm going to fly second. He's going to land down and miss. I'm going to land down and hit him. So I can hit him with the fly. I can scare him out. Fly and Earthquake are really only the coverage I need. Earthquake hits Infernape. Fly hits Landorus. Fly hits Mega Venusaur, Earthquake hits Tentacruel, Fly hits Crest, Fly and Earthquake both hit Druddigon, Fly hits Ditto, I should say, if it transforms into Salamence. Fly and Earthquake both hit Miltank, Fly hits Mismagius, Earthquake hits Zebstrika, Earthquake hits Bisharp. So, really the only coverage I need, Yachi, is just to take an HP Ice from something and then hopefully outspeed it the next turn and Revenge Kill it. Next up here, Alakazam, we're bringing Prometheus. I didn't type his nickname, oh my goodness. Prometheus the Alakazam here, Life Orb, Magic Guard, Psyshock, Toxic, Taunt, and Focus Blast. We originally had Recover on here, but then Bisharp kind of hardwalled this thing, so I took off Focus Blast for the Recover. Psyshock hits everything really hard. Toxic is for Crest or Miltank should they want to come in. We're faster than both of them. We taunt them so that way they can't Toxic. T-Wave. Recover any way, shape, or form. We can keep that Toxic down and just keep Psyshocking for the damage, and then when he's out of taunt range, we just click taunt again. Focus Blast, like I said, is only for Bisharp. I mean, I guess Miltank also, but it's just so we don't get Pursuit Trap by Bisharp. I can stay in and click Focus Blast against this thing and hopefully connect and take it out. 185, we are outspeeding timid Zebstrika by 1 point. Next up here, oh my goodness, what is with me? What is with me? We got Tesla here. Tesla, the shiny Rotom. What am I doing? What am I doing? Castleberry this week, Shadow Ball, Sucker Punch, Volt Switch, and Will-O-Wisp, 64 HP, 4 special attack, modest, max special defense, 188 speed, modest nature. We do outspeed Bisharp by 1 point again. We can get off a nice Will-O-Wisp on it, burn that thing, Volt Switch for the initiative. Castleberry, we do take a Shadow Ball from Mismagius with this spread. We actually do take a +2 modest Shadow Ball from Mismagius. And we can go with our own Shadow Ball in return. Get him down, wear him down. We won't OHKO it, but we can finish it off with a Sucker Punch in the back as well. So Sucker Punch is really nice. Sucker Punch is also nice just for chip damage on anything else that we might need. Shadow Ball hits Crest. Shadow Ball hits the Mismagius. Other than that, this is kind of a pivot. Kind of a good check to Bisharp and Mismagius. I feel like that Castleberry is going to help us out. He has shown. I am worried about the Mismagius. I am worried about the Bisharp too. Both of those things do kind of work to most teams. Wakanberry Pelipper. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Indra the shiny male Pelipper. Come on now. Come on now. Wakanberry, 236 HP, 68 defense, 76 special attack, modest, 116 special defense, 12 in speed. Casey feels like speed creeping. Hurricane, Scald, Roost, and Defog. The Wakanberry, we can take a Thunder Punch from an Infernape and knock it out with a Hurricane or a Scald. The speed investment, like I said, for the speed creeping. Hurricane's nice, hits Infernape, hits Mega Venusaur. Scald in the rain really just does a lot of damage to the rest of his team. Roost to regain our HP back. And Defog, like I said, I do want to keep Mamoswine's Focus Sash intact. I did not bring a spinner this week, and he does have 4 rockers. So Defog I felt was the best way to go. I didn't see Donphan fitting on the team too well. But like I said, this does take a Thunder Punch from an Infernape and is able to turn around and just knock him out. If he is Gigabolt Havoc Infernape, that might be a little bit of an issue. But regular Thunder Punch from Iron Fist Infernape does not knock us out. We can turn around and kill it with the Hurricane or the Scald, depending on the situation. I'll probably go for Hurricane, just in case he is like a Sash Thunder Punch Infernape, and I bring him down to a Sash. I like to confuse him and then hurt himself in confusion. Next up here, we do have, oh my... What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Ivy the Roserade is making her way back. Black Sludge, Technician ability, Synthesis, Sludge Bomb, Hidden Power Ground, and Shadow Ball. Max HP, damn near max special defense, 8 special attack with a Calm Nature. Synthesis in the rain is a little interesting. That's why I brought both that and Black Sludge. If I don't have the rain up, I can go for it. Sludge Bomb hits a lot of things very nicely, has 30% chance of poison. HP Ground hits things like Zebstrika, hits things like Bisharp, hits things like Tentacruel, hits things like Infernape. And then Shadow Ball is there for the Mismagius as well. We can kind of sit in front of the Mismagius and just have our way with it, so to speak. Not outspeeding anything. We're not speed creeping nobody. But this is going to be very nice. I like this as a pseudo check to Mismagius, unless he predicts a switch and goes for a Nasty Plot. Then we don't really take him too well, but I mean, we also do have base 125 special attack, so we can toss a Shadow Ball his way. One thing I am worried about having 2 Shadow Ball users is that he switches in Bisharp on the Shadow Ball. He gets the Spadef drop, and then he gets the Defiant boost. So that's going to be fun to work around, but we do have checks to that. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the team in the comment section down below. Of course, if you guys are proud of the Detroit Steel Wings, you guys repping it, you guys digging the team, you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on this video. Your support is always greatly appreciated. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 4 for the battle against Psychomore and the Paris Politoeds. All that being said, be great, do great, and I'll talk to you all soon. Later.